Let's have a look at Lampard's managerial record then, and look at, as I said a minute ago, Damien, I mean, you're not comparing them to expect them to go toe-to-toe with Carlo Ancelotti in terms of their record. Like, he had that, promising spell at Derby, got to the playoffs, decent first season at Chelsea, getting them into the top four during the transfer embargo. Then things went south, and then a really, really tough spell at Everton last year, 12 wins in 44 appearances. Like, that factor alone against a manager in Ancelotti with his experience.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something that you'd worry about from a Chelsea point of view?
If you're a glass half full type of guy, you could say that he was at Chelsea when they had a transfer embargo, and there was a very difficult spell, and he actually did really well considering he couldn't sign any players and working with what he had, and he got a lot out of the squad and got Champions League qualification. And then you could also say he went to Everton, and he's not the first manager to go to Everton and struggle. That is a club with a lot of issues as well. That's if you're a glass half full type of person. But in reality, it's a huge job. And I think Todd Bowley is tapping into the fact that he is an ex-Chelsea player. He'll unite the club and just elicit some sort of a response from the players and buy the owners time to put a long-term plan in place. Now, it's possible that Lampard could go on a run similar to what Tuchel did, or get to the latter stages of the Champions League and then throw his hat in the ring. That's if you're looking at it from Lampard's point of view.
Di Matteo, he was
absolutely
a player back then, wasn't he?
Absolutely. But, I think ultimately a job of Chelsea stature, even now for a young manager is, I think it's not impossible. You look at Steven Gerrard going to Aston Villa in the Premier League. These are jobs where the requirement is experience. You have to have it. And the only way you get that is going away and working in other countries and building up your resume, and then coming back to get a Chelsea job later in your managerial career. So it's a huge ask for him. But look, he will get a good atmosphere at Stamford Bridge tonight. He will get a bit of unity from the squad. But they're up against one of the greatest teams in the Champions League era, so it's going to be
well, will he be at the Bernabeu? So I hope the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge isn't that good. Be no use to him.